Hey guys, Derek Colen, realestate.com. I'm talking today about the seller's estimated worksheet and how it can be a useful tool for sellers when they're trying to figure out the costs or the closing costs associated with selling their home. So this is the seller's estimated cost worksheet, and it gives you an address, sales price. We did an example, $500,000, and you have the first three items are your county transfer tax, your state transfer tax, and your county recordation tax. Unless otherwise negotiated in the contract, all of those items are equally split between the buyer and the seller. In the case for number 2, the state transfer tax, if the buyer qualifies as a first-time home buyer, then they would be exempt from that. But in this case, we're just doing a seller's estimated cost worksheet. I will do a buyer's estimated worksheet in another video. But so this first line is a county transfer tax, and you have the residential $70,000 or more is 1% of the sales price of $500,000, which is $5,000, and then you divide that by 2, it's $2,500. Then you have the second line, which is a state transfer tax of 0.5%. 0.5% of $500,000 is $2,500, but then you divide it by 2 is $1,250. And then the third is the county recordation tax, and that's 0.89% of sales price up to $500,000. So, and if anything over that, then it would be 1.35% of any portion of the sales price over the $500,000. And as a buyer, actually on that end, you would subtract $890. But in this case, again, we're just doing the sellers. So if you split the two, it would be $22.25. And as you scroll down, there's some other taxes that may or may not apply, but I'm really just going over a basic sale in Montgomery County. I put in just some numbers that could apply. In this case, the seller had a principal balance of $350,000 on the first mortgage, and then on the second there was a $50,000 balance as well that would be paid off at closing. This is another big cost to the seller, the real estate commission, both the buyer and the seller, agents that would be paid, and plus any administration fees. This is just an example. Then you have your title fees, which in this case I put for $500, and then there's other contract related expenses such as termite inspections. The seller might pay for the home buyer's warranty. The real estate taxes, if there's any adjustments that need to be made. Same thing with the water escrow. So these are other smaller fees that would also be applied to the settlement. But really, to outline the main costs when you are as a seller trying to figure out the main cost of selling your home, you have the first three items, the transfer taxes that are split between the buyer and the seller, typically, unless noted otherwise in the contract, your mortgage payoffs and your brokerage commissions, and your other third-party fees. And so down here you have your sales price of $500,000, and the seller's estimated costs total was $432,000. So your total net to the seller was $67,575. This was this should be given to sellers at the time of a listing that's being taken place. So that was the video. I hope it was very useful, and thanks so much for watching. And please click on the link below. It has a link to the seller's estimated worksheet. And also please subscribe to my YouTube channels if you find them useful. Thanks so much. Have a great day.